All right, Heat Nation. So low-key wanted to record this recap yesterday, but it's been a busy weekend with my daughter, so family first. But you guys are definitely getting this recap maybe earlier than usual, because I think the last few recaps I have done the same day that we have a game schedule, so we don't play again until tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go over the remaining games after the video recap, because I'm actually going to watch the game recap despite the fact that I watched this game live. And I hate the outcome. I hate when you watch a game live and feel like you have a chance to win and you're up by a good amount, then you blow that lead and then you lose. And I kind of want to put this game on Erik Spo. And the reason for that is, when we go through the rotation and we look at the amount of minutes played, we have Kyle Anderson, which Kyle Anderson is a decent player. At one point I wanted to say that he sucks. He doesn't suck, but his game is definitely unique. That's why they call him slow-mo. And I don't think playing Kyle Anderson versus Brook Lopez, to me, in my personal opinion, made sense. I understand that Weir at one point got 4 fouls, but once I didn't see Weir come back in for an extended period and I saw a whole bunch of Kyle Anderson, and Kyle Anderson, I guess he helps on offense. Like, he can pass, he can, finish, contact layups on smaller players, because he plays in slow motion. So a lot of times you're going for the block, expecting him to go up already, and because he plays in slow motion, you miss that block and he takes his time and he finishes. So he's not a sucky player, but at the same time, it's almost like this dude gives Spo a reason to play small ball, and so now you end up playing Kyle Anderson and Bam Adebayo, which Kyle Anderson, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that tall. He is 6'9", so now you got 2 6'9s out there. And I hate that for us, because we all know that that's Erik Spoelstra's doing. Erik Spoelstra likes to play small ball. So as we look at the numbers for this game, we can see that Bam had a great game. Bam, in my opinion, looked like a baby version of Chris Bosh that game. He actually had a double-double, 31 points and 12 rebounds. Duncan Robinson had a solid game, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Kello Weir was probably on his way to getting a double-double, maybe like 12 rebounds, 10 points, but Erik Spoelstra benched him in favor for Kyle Anderson, which I did not like. I understand, giving Kello Weir a rest, but to give him 19 minutes and play this guy 32 minutes doesn't make sense to me. I actually hate playing with Kyle Anderson in 2K. His shot is so slow. That's another thing too. Even in real life, they will leave Kyle Anderson open, and because his release is so slow, a lot of times it looks like he doesn't want to take the three. They'll leave him open. You're gonna see that he's gonna be open at the top of the key, and they just be like, oh yeah, go ahead and shoot, and he barely ever shoots unless he's in the corner. So I'm not a fan of Kyle Anderson. I don't hate him, but I'm just not a fan. Davion Mitchell almost played 40 minutes. We got 20 points from Davion. Davion was balling at a certain point in the game, man. He had a lot of floaters that went in. And Alec Burke there isn't a shot that this guy doesn't love to take, man. If you pass him the ball, he is definitely going to shoot or drive. Very aggressive player. Pell was ass, but to his defense, a lot of times Pell is in there just to play defense. So maybe he wasn't really ass. It's just that there was a streak where Pell was scoring at least 12 or more points, but then you get numbers like this: 3 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds, and it just reminds me that Pell is still a rookie, but at least he plays defense. Like, he's not somebody that they can target like Tyler Hero. He actually does play defense, so credits to Pell for playing defense, but man, these numbers are ass. We got to get better numbers from Pell. But Kyle Anderson has solid numbers though: 12 points, 14 rebounds. I mean, at least he can rebound. But again, they're going to leave him open at 3 because they know he's not going to take the 3 unless he's in the corner. And then when you're going against 7-foot Brook Lopez, you now got a situation where he's guarding Brook Lopez, and there was a possession where we threw the ball up and Brook Lopez got the rebound. And also, defensively, man, we didn't really keep this role player in check. I mean, Kevin Porter is a nice role player. A couple of seasons ago, he was looking pretty solid for the Rockets, but 24 and 12 this season is not something that's normal for Kevin Porter. I'm sure if I look at Kevin Porter's stats, he probably doesn't score that much usually. So it's kind of like, this is embarrassing. Even AJ Green's 10 points might be a little bit too much points for him. I'm pretty sure his average is under 10. But Brook Lopez, 17-point game, and Giannis, 36 and 15. You can't do nothing with Giannis because Giannis actually got Kello Weir in foul trouble. And what he does is he hop steps into the paint, and then he uses his elbow to push your guy. And then when your guy goes to contest him, they call a foul on your guy. And sometimes I've seen it, and I told my friend it was happening, and his casual ass didn't believe it. Giannis does this thing where he will lock your player's arms and then just like go up with, try to lock your player arms in and try to like draw the foul. And it works a lot of the times because they look at your player like you're fouling Giannis, but Giannis is actually creating the contact. And a lot of superstars do that and they get away with it, but Giannis is definitely one of them. But yeah, I'm not surprised he missed the potential game winner. But as we look at the stats, 52% from the field from them versus our 42, that obviously did not help. 3-pointers, we were asked from 3-2. Both teams were at 33%. And free throws, and Miami Heat did a better job. Rebounds, and we won the rebound battle. The assist battle, they won the assist battle and the blocks battle and the steals. We barely lost the turnover battle. We had one more turnover than the Bucks, but points in the paint, that's where they got us. I felt like this is where we needed to go to, but if you don't have Kella Ware in there and you have guys like Kyle Anderson who they don't want to guard from the 3-point line and it's basically going to be handoff, you're going to have guys like Duncan Robinson and Alec Burke just chucking shots. So we definitely missed Tyler Hero. We probably win that game with Tyler Hero. So now we're going to go ahead and go on to the video recap. All right. All right, if this feels like it's sped up a little bit, I did that on purpose and tested something out really quick. Bam. Bam was out there looking like Chris Bosh. Look at this, another 2. Second straight year, he's averaged over 30 points a game. Number 2 in the league in scoring. Oh my God. What are you supposed to do in that situation? Because you completely bailed and left the other guy open. And he still finds the open man and he knocks down a 3. I thought this was going to be a block. Kyle Kuzma didn't really do anything that game. Oh my God. There's nothing you can do about that. There you go. This third 3 out here looking like Chris Bosh Jr. A lot of people don't believe in Bam, but Bam's ceiling, if he can hit 3s consistently and continue to get better at the mid-range, is essentially baby Chris Bosh. If you had baby Jordan and Harold Miner, but that, obviously that wasn't a good thing. But in this case, it could be a good thing. That would be Bam ceiling right there, like a baby version of Chris Bosh. Yeah, Kevin Porter should not be doing all that, but I'm not saying he can't do that, but obviously he hasn't done it this season for a reason. I always feel like some players just got women in Miami, man. I used to say they got hoes in Miami because they only ball out when they play Miami. You're going to play the next game and score 4 points, and then we're going to be looking sick because there's no reason this dude should have 24 points. I mean, look at this shot. Go onto the screen on him. I guess they don't really respect him like that. And then you got shots like this from Cunningham. Like, oh man, he could shoot though, so I guess it's almost as good as Duncan Robinson's second quarter 3 that's about to come up. Yeah, this is typical handoff for Duncan Robinson. Can't believe he traveled in the fourth quarter though, which they might show. Nothing you can do about that. And then you got Giannis. See, he pushes off onto your player, and he usually gets the foul. That's why he turned around complaining. Giannis is the push-off king. It's a good move by Giannis. This shot right here was crazy. In Kevin Porter's face. Damn. But yeah, here we go. Ware's in the game, and at some point he picks up a foul and he just never comes back in. And this is the problem everybody has with Erik Spo. But even with Ware in, it's like he's still having his way. It's insane because you can't really touch superstars nowadays. So it's a little tricky trying to step in and help. So, but now we got Kyle Anderson in the game, and this is it's crazy. We start to have a lead with him in the game eventually, but I don't know, man. I don't like Kyle Anderson like that. So look at that. We up 3.
Just joining us, Tyler Hero and Andrew Wiggins both missing tonight's game.
Duncan Robinson, typical shot for Duncan Robinson.
Oh,
he went right past the potential charge. So these are the things that he was doing initially, Kyle Anderson, but in the fourth quarter, none of that mattered. So look, he's back in. Where was just saying for a second? Now Kyle Anderson's back in. Oh no, we're still there. So you got the now he's gone. So now you've got the Bam and Kyle Anderson lineup, which if you look at the score, we are up 10 points. Oh my God, then you get this dumbass and one right here. He pushes your player out the way, and there's just nothing you can do about that. And then also you got these damn lobs that he keeps getting. But yeah, Anderson had a couple tip-ins, but Jesus Christ, bro. Every time you double him, and then there's somebody wide open. Obviously, if this shit was working, they wouldn't be where they are. They would not be in the 5th seed, if I'm not mistaken, if that shit worked consistently. So there's something Miami wasn't doing right. Outside of not having your star players available in Wiggins and Tyler Hero. Bergeron was having a great game. But look, you got Kyle Anderson versus... This is just... I don't know, man. I don't like Kyle Anderson like that. I think Erik Spo has fallen into that trap again with small ball bullshit. Terrible defense from Pell. Burks got his own rebound. Nice. Look, we still had a chance to win this game. Still had a chance to win this game. 196. All you got to do is keep scoring. Just like every other fourth quarter game Miami lost. Just keep scoring. So look, you're even scoring with Anderson. That's the thing with Anderson. Like, that's why I have a love-hate relationship with him. Like, I hate the fact that he plays in slow motion, but sometimes I like the fact that he plays in slow motion. But also, his defense is not that great, but he can create on offense. So it's like a double-edged sword with Kyle Anderson. And then you got shit like this where, okay, why wasn't Kyle Anderson down? And it's probably because there's a guy outside on the wing, and so he can't be down. Look at that, 111, 111. And this is the game right here. A bounce pass. So if I'm not mistaken, if you bounce the ball on the court, the timer starts automatically. So it's like, why would you do a bounce pass there? So then he does one bad thing and then he does something good. Like, that was a great pass. Oh my God. Yeah, I hate the fact that we lost this game because Bam was cooking Giannis, man. And that's the game right there. Davion Mitchell threw the ball away, and then you just can't do nothing with that with Antetokounmpo. You just got to find him and stay with him. I don't know who Kyle Anderson thought he was guarding, but yeah. And then we got this play right here that could have been an and one. Holds in Miami because he'll never do that again for the rest of the season. He will never do that again.
Bam shoots the three, misses it, game in.
Of course, it's a brick. Yeah. Kevin Porter will never do that again for the rest of the season unless Giannis is now playing. You'll probably see Kyle Kuzma have a good game before you see Kevin Porter have another good game. But yeah, we look at these numbers, man, and 21 shots for Giannis. Nothing you can do about that superstar. But this shit right here with Kevin Porter, 50% from the field, 40 minutes. Like, you can't let these type of scrubs ball out on you. He almost had a triple-double. 8 assists, 12 rebounds, and 24 points. He's never going to have numbers like that again. So we go to the Miami Heat side, 4 for 10 for Duncan Robinson, so 40% from 3. 6 for 15 from the field, not helpful. Bam was 11 to 25. I mean, hey, 31 points on 25 shots. I mean, you can't complain about that. 6 for 6 from the free throw. Bam is definitely not the player to complain about, but the plus minus was definitely not feeling Bam because minus 11 is right up there with Highsmith and Davion, who pretty much cost us the game in the last few seconds. Now, mind you, there are other things that we did wrong, but yeah, 1 for 5 from 3. Shooting percentage not too bad here from the field overall, and you got 5 assists from him. So yeah, but that plus minus is not feeling Davion's 20-point night, and same with Bam's 31. I mean, minus 11. And Highsmith is Highsmith. 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. This is a Highsmith-like game. He's literally just in there for defense. Plays 23 minutes. Terry Rozier played 4 minutes, took 2 shots, missed all of them. Didn't do anything else but grab 1 rebound. It was a rough night for his little 4 minutes. I'm surprised he even played 4 minutes. And then we got Pell playing damn near 40 minutes, 8 shots, only 1 made. So he made 1 3-pointer and that's it. Kyle Anderson and Pell, I don't really like those players. Like I'm not high on them. Like they can have good nights, but I just don't feel great about those 2 players. Like they'll have good games and they'll do things that are good, but then they just do something stupid. So I'm not really feeling those players. And Alec Burke has the microwave badge, so he's just gonna chuck shots and you're just gonna have to live with it. I mean, the man dropped 24 points. This is a wonderful night for a guy like Alec Burke, but I'm not even mad at Alec Burke actually. Plus minus is also not mad at him, but yeah, Pell. And then Erik Spo just really not giving Weir more than 20 minutes. I always hate games like this because we know that they have Brook Lopez on the team. He's pretty big, but he doesn't shoot. He shoots threes. He doesn't really play inside a lot. He's always been a big that doesn't rebound well. So you're only putting in Kelly Weir just to crowd the paint for Giannis, but then Giannis gets the assist because he chucks it out to Brook Lopez. But Brook Lopez is 1 for 4 from 3, so you kind of would rather them just, leave Brook Lopez open and then just double Giannis in the paint because Giannis got most of his buckets in the paint. I mean, he doesn't shoot any threes. He tried to hit a mid-range game winner. Yeah, you want to draw the double on Giannis and then maybe not help off of Kevin Porter Jr. But yeah, we lost the entire series versus the Bucks, and it's kind of embarrassing. But at the end of the day, we're not going to get that 6th seed to avoid the play-in tournament anyway. So at this point, you're just trying to get as high as you can in the play-in tournament. So, we have a game with the Sixers tomorrow. This should be a lock. I don't care if you rest Chris Bosh, Bam Adebayo. I don't care if you rest Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero doesn't play. You should be able to get this game with freaking Kyle Anderson and Pell Larson playing 40 minutes because the Sixers are ass and they're obviously tanking. Now the Bulls game is going to be a tough game because they're in the same situation we're in where they're probably going to want to win out. Should be able to beat the Pelicans. You're going to have a bunch of tryhards on the Pelicans, a bunch of guys who are looking to maybe get another contract or get some playing time next year. And then you got the Wizards, another group of scrubs. We should literally go 4-0. With the hardest game being the Bulls game. These 3 games right here should not be hard. There should be no reason why the Miami Heat can't win these 3 games and go at least 3-1. The Bulls team is going to be a hard team to beat because Josh Giddey has been doing a great job in terms of, doesn't score well, but rebounding and assists, he's been doing great. And then they got the Bulls rookie Matthias, who killed us that one game when they played us. I don't know if we beat the Bulls this year or not, but we're gonna look into that prior to the Bulls game. So maybe after the Sixers game, we look ahead to the Bulls game because I don't think I'm gonna watch a recap for the 76ers unless something interesting happens. But I don't know, guys. I blame this loss on Erik Spo. I get it. Kyle Anderson was doing some good stuff, but man, I am just not liking Kyle Anderson. Even when I play with the Heat in 2K, I just hate Kyle Anderson because of the same shit that he's doing in real life. It's like his release is slow. So when he's open at the top of the arc, it's like he's not going to take that shot. He's going to sit there and wait for Duncan Robinson or somebody to run by and do the handoff, or he's going to step in and then pretend like he's going to take a mid-range shot and then try to drive. And I just feel like if he's not driving or posting up, he's absolutely useless on offense outside of passing the ball on maybe a cutting player. So it's like he's literally just in there to facilitate on cuts, like see if somebody get a backdoor cut. But I I don't like the fact that he can't shoot, but I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all blame this loss on Erik Spo, or are we just unlucky?